But first, we begin now with Amanda Knox, and the American who was studying in Italy when her roommate was slashed to death.
You were called satanic, demonic, a sex-crazy killer. How did it get so distorted?
There's no evidence. There's no evidence of that.
That's the theory. Knox is into some freaky sexual things.
Soy el fuego que arde tu piel. Soy el agua que mata tu sed. El castillo, la torre, yo soy la espada que guarda el caudal.
It's clearly a hatchet job against Amanda, and it's absolutely false.
Well, if she's capable of all of this sex, she must also be capable of violence.
Crazy.
Very much playing into the Madonna whore dichotomy.
How come you were the only one who ended up in prison? Because you aren't some rich white girl like Amanda Knox? And it's like, because he's the one who fucking raped and murdered Meredith.
This is my final video on the Amanda Knox case, and I promised myself I'd get back to the smears of Roberta Glass. I have clipped out several that she said in her incoherent rambling about this case, where she goes after me personally. She is so comically wrong about Amanda Knox, it's almost joyful how ridiculously backward she is. It's incredibly telling that she has not done a single video about Amanda Knox, even though Amanda has been on every podcast, every news show. She has a hit series out on Disney and Hulu going over the entire case. You'd think it would be open season for someone like Roberta Glass, who thinks that Amanda Knox is guilty. I mean, it's confounding. I've never seen someone be so wrong, so brazenly and Dunning-Krugerly wrong. It's wonderful. So she goes after me, not my arguments, not the evidence. She's completely lost. It's totally embarrassing. But let's just respond to and showcase her trying to twist the knife on me, and yet her silence sort of indicates that she might realize that she's wrong on this now.
At a time when devontracey is blaming this movement on women and demeaning them at the same time, saying they're cat ladies, wine housewives, drunk soccer moms, that kind of stuff.
Never said drunk soccer moms, but yes, there are cat ladies and true crime idiots, and women are a huge part of the innocence fraud movement. Correct. And you are a cat lady. And what of it?
Basically, women that don't matter.
No, it's not that they don't matter, it's that they're pathetically empathetic, and they're wrong. Everyone matters. You guys are just wrong. And wrong in a horrifically important way. Like, your stupidity and your wrongness is reckless and irresponsible. It's vile.
And I would consider those women who are sincerely duped, but I would have to disagree with devontracey's assessment that people like Becky Feldman were sincerely confused by the note in the Adnan Syed case. And I'm not going to get sidetracked into Adnan Syed.
I don't think she was. When did I say she was confused? Becky Feldman is completely culpable. She knows what she's doing. They completely bullshitted to get Adnan out. It was all intentional. She's not just clueless and like, oh, I'm doing what I think is right. No, she knew what she was doing. And the DA called them out on it and was like, you guys mangled this and we can't stand behind it.
Syed case that she didn't know somehow that she was presenting some really weak evidence. You know, I believe that was Erica Sutter's Innocence Project clinic, what they came up with, a bunch of, nonsense. They knew they had a sympathetic judge. They met in secret. All they had to do is keep Young Lee successfully out of the hearing. They invited the media, Sarah Koenig, Amy Berg, all the people that had made innocent fraud media on the case there to make it look like everyone was in absolute jubilation about Adnan Syed getting out.
Yeah, it was horrific. And I mean, this is you agreeing with my point that there are women behind this. Not to mention, almost every woman you just named was Jewish. So Becky Feldman, Amy Berg, Sarah Koenig. I mean, they're all women. not to mention Marilyn Mosby, not to mention Rabia Chaudhry. So there's women littered throughout this movement, and they're being used all the time. Amanda Knox is a perfect example. She is being used, and her overdrive setting of empathy has been totally exploited. Amanda Knox is going to bat for Rodney Reed. I mean, it's unreal. But here's where Roberta calls me out for not mentioning Meredith Kercher's name enough, as if I know this woman who was murdered like 20 years ago. She's purity testing me that I'm not reverent enough for the not so recently departed. He's a racist dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you. He thinks black people are guilty just because they're black. I mean, that's...
I've never called Devon racist. I said he's someone who has described himself as someone who recognizes patterns.
Yeah, what kind of pattern? I've recognized the pattern of Rudy Gaudet. He breaks into second-story buildings and robs them. He's violent to women. Have you heard his trouble ever since he got out? He's attacking his new ex-girlfriend, beating her up, raping her. It's in the news, so that's a pattern. Men rape women more than women rape women. That's a pattern. What's wrong with that? Why are you blaming the messenger?
And what I said was that without doing your due diligence, you jumped on a case that you thought fit a pattern. Black guy killing Meredith Kercher, white woman. And I don't think...
Meredith Kercher is not white, first of all. And yes, black guy, yes, it does fit the pattern. He is guilty of this. Have you seen the crime scene? What the fuck are we talking about? But no, it's something about me. It's me noticing that a black guy killed somebody again. Right.
Meredith Kercher's name is mentioned more than once in this, which is odd for someone who cares so much about victims.
What am I going to do for Meredith Kercher? I've done multiple videos on this. I have to say her name over and over again, like it's an incantation. Poor Meredith Kercher, Meredith Kercher. I don't even know Meredith Kercher. Okay, I assume she's a great person. I mean, this is such a ridiculous little wannabe attempt to demonize me. The story of Amanda Knox is the wrongful conviction of Amanda Knox and Raffaele Sollecito. That's the story, and the brutal murder from Rudy Gaudet, who did not serve enough time at all for what he did. So that's the injustice here. It's obvious and rudimentary to say poor Meredith Kercher. Obviously, that's why the whole thing matters, is that we're against murder. I'm a fucking Eagle Scout. You think I'm downplaying this because I don't mention her name like you with your... I mean, it's a typical classic virtue signal. Like, she's like, if I say the name Meredith Kercher more times than you, I win because I care about it. We don't know her. She's dead. That's the beginning of the fucking story. It's so performative. It is such bullshit to be like, you don't mention the victim. You don't care about her. Why would I be concerned about the case and punishing her murderer and rapist, Rudy Gaudet, if I didn't care generally about someone who was completely victimized? I obviously do. And so what a weird little, like, this guy's bad because he doesn't even care about victims. I care about every single victim here. Amanda, Raphael, and Meredith. And I care about punishing the man who victimized them all. The Italian justice system and Rudy Gaudet. Pretty straightforward, but keep sniffing, keep truffle pigging your nose around, trying to look for some angle as to why I'm the bad guy here. All tied directly to Guidetti, then the log of shit, and his sperm up inside her. I don't know, guys. I don't know. You know, call me old-fashioned, but I did see Amanda Knox kiss her boyfriend while she was traumatized after her roommate had been murdered.
No one made that point, Devin. You keep doing it. It's no...
Guidetti also...
That's no substitution for real research. Just making that point and making a kind of straw man argument out of the kissing thing.
That is not a straw man argument. That kissing scene has been used against her millions of times by people all around the world. That footage is infamous. Has nothing to do with anything, doesn't speak to any aspect of her guilt or innocence. She is obviously innocent. She has been smeared. You smeared her over anything you could get your hands on, your gnarled fingers upon. It's ridiculous. It's not a straw man at all. Her character was assassinated by every twitch of her face. And definitely the kissing sequence where she's being comforted by this new friend of hers. Unbelievable. And one of her chat people was like, oh, Devin's a psychopath. Psychopaths stick together. So all of a sudden, I'm a psychopath. So a man, it's just, look, people need villains in their lives. And like, they can't grapple with the fact that they're wrong. You are completely wrong. So we can't have that. Holy shit. So Devin's wrong. Devon sees patterns where there are none. Devon is a psychopath, just like Amanda Knox is a psychopath. She got away with it, and Devon is so dumb, he's been duped by the psychopath Amanda Knox. Right. He's right on everything else. But this one, yeah, something wrong with that dude's brain.
And is there a connection between atheism and this subject?
Honesty, a pursuit for truth. I care what is true. So I found a lot of times talking to religious people, you'd be entering a conversation like...
Once again, there's that line, I care about what's true. Is that like it's like almost, it's almost coming off like a pickup line.
Who would say, I care what's true, to try to pick somebody up? What are you talking about? No, it's true. I care what's true. You are truly wrong about this. And Rudy Gaudet truly raped and murdered Meredith Kercher, which is what all of the evidence points to. Sorry. Sorry that is something that your silence is so fucking shameful on this. She does 50 videos saying Amanda Knox is guilty. Amanda Knox comes out with her own series, clearing her name on all counts and not taking 1 ounce more of bullshit from anybody on earth. And she's like, oops, let me just zip up. Got that one wrong. Damn.
I care about what's true. I'm a deep thinker. I even care about taboo topics, and I'll talk about it.
They shouldn't be taboo. That's the whole point. I care about murder. I care about right and wrong. And she's mocking that. But she's also a true crime person who cares about the victims. So now my baseline morality as a human being is to her a punchline, and she's suggesting I don't care what's true. I just do this for fucking, I don't even know why. Why have I made all the videos I've made on all of these true crimes? Why? What is in this for me? If it doesn't matter to me, what am I doing this for? If it didn't matter to me, I wouldn't put any passion into these things. No one would watch them. Here's a clip. I forget what it is. I titled it, I Criticize Jews and Women. Apparently exclusively. As if I don't criticize men. Jesus.
Really key component that I want to make a point here. And I criticize women. And I'm actually shocked that you are as actually woke on this topic as you are.
Wow, I was woke then, but now I'm a dumb bee now. How quickly things change.
Yes, you're a dumb bee. It's like, hey, I used to think someone wasn't clumsy until I saw them being clumsy, and now I think they're clumsy. So yes, this is a pathetic, disastrous gong show dumpster fire parade of your incompetence as a human brain. Well, I guess you're a person with a brain, but whatever. You're dumb, Roberta. You're wrong. You're incredibly obtuse, and you couldn't be more wrong if you tried on this case. So you are smearing 2 innocent people. You're just as bad as any other doofus who's ever looked at a case and failed frigging miserably. It's embarrassing, and I just laugh at you, basically.
Right? He criticizes women. Isn't that interesting?
What is interesting about that? They're half the people on Earth, more than half. I criticize men too, but specifically when it comes to the true crime shit, it's female empathy is being exploited. Okay, so it is not proportional. That's the point I'm making. But paint me as a sexist, you fucking hag. You cat lady, wine-drinking, soccer mom, drunk hag. Oh my God, he's criticizing a woman. Let's smear him. There's something wrong with him. What was he saying? What was his point about the women? Forget that. He has no point. He's criticizing an entire group. It's all of the women this dude hates. Unfucking real. Look at the scatter job. Talk about a pattern recognizer. People do this all the time. It's the same logical fallacies over and over again. It is so boring.
Yeah, I know you criticize women. I'm getting the brunt of it now.
Yeah, hide behind your female status there, Roberta. Poor you.
So funny, he turns it right to women. Yeah, I criticize women. And what's wrong with you?
And by the way, my criticism to women has nothing to do with my criticism to you. I'm not even sure you are a woman. Let's start there. But no, I'm criticizing the pathetic empathy. You're not showing empathy here. You're just dumb. You're just completely wrong and dumb. So this is nothing to do with my criticism of women.
And then he was blaming this movement on Jews, of which, I mean, I was raised Quaker, but if you consider it an ethnicity, I am 3/4 Jewish.
3/4? Wow, I don't know about your fractions. You are 100% Jewish.
So, yeah, there's a lot of Jewish lawyers. But the Innocence Project...
Oh, so I'm right. Oh, so the Innocence Project? The one run by Jews and with Jews scattered throughout it? Right, that one. And there are a bunch of Jewish lawyers, right? So a bunch of Jews disproportionate. So my point, thank you for verifying my point, but I'm the anti-Semite here? Holy shit, unreal. Come read my BitChute comments and let's learn about my anti-Semitism. What's my stance on Israel, I wonder? Huh.
But the Innocence Project was started by two men, Peter Neufeld and Barry Schecht.
And?
But I don't know.
You don't know? They're both Jewish. Okay? There are many non-Jews who are completely fucked and evil and wrong and part of the innocence fraud movement. O.J. Simpson had non-Jewish lawyers. All of them are despicable. So were the Jewish ones. It's disproportionate. It's not my problem. It's not my fault. Again, blaming the messenger and just openly smearing me as whatever she can. I'm a sexist. I'm a racist. I'm an anti-Semite. Why? Oh, well, because you noticed that there are a bunch of Jews getting people out of prison unjustly. Oh, and you agree those people are Jewish though, right? Yeah. But you're still calling me an anti-Semite. Yes. Okay.
But if you did care about victims, you'd be caring about Nicholas Christopher, Lacey Christopher, and Charisse Christopher. Those are the actual victims, you morons. It's out of sight, out of mind. They don't know those people. They don't see those people. And those people are not the center of the propaganda. So therefore, they're irrelevant.
Yeah. Just like...
Here she goes purity testing me again, that I don't care about Meredith Kircher enough. She does, though.
Just like Meredith Kircher is irrelevant in your pieces.
Meredith Kircher is the reason there is a piece. I've done multiple videos on the murder and rape of Meredith Kircher. So she's not irrelevant at all. We don't have footage of her. I found some footage of her modeling and put it in my videos, but there is not home videos of her, and she is dead and gone, and that's just sentimentality bullshit to just broadcast footage of Meredith Kircher for the sake of it. It's presumed she is a completely innocent, lovely young woman. That is the starting point of the story. That isn't even the story. And there's nothing I can do about it aside from try to bring her murderer to justice, which you have failed miserably at. So I am honoring the deceased victim, Meredith Kircher. Meredith Kircher said her name. And she is the whole reason there's a freaking series. It's the whole reason that anyone is even here caring about this at all.
You called her the body, that girl. You don't see her, out of sight, out of mind.
What? The body and that girl. Yeah, I was probably using English and grammar. So yeah, the body, when I was talking about the body, as in Amanda didn't see the body. What do you want me to do, call her by her first name after she's dead? Just be like, oh yeah, Amanda didn't see Meredith's body. I was trying to use a noun. It's very normal to talk about the body when it's a dead victim in a room. Jesus Christ. That girl. When have I said that girl? Talking about?
Sorry. I just think this is sad. It's like a child. It's like a child that's so incompetent. It's just sad.
Wow. So I'm the guy 100% right about Amanda Knox's innocence, and Raphael, which she will never speak about, and Rudy Gaday's, which she cannot sort of grapple with. The fact that the case against Rudy Gaday is like beyond rock solid. He's guilty. And she knows that. But she's also like, no, but he did it with a group. It was three strangers, just no evidence of this, but they just all raped and murdered a girl. You know that old thing. You know that pattern that's never happened before. It's literally never happened. Two young lovers have an interracial, just impromptu threesome where they rape and murder a girl. And yet only one person's DNA and evidence is all over the crime scene, and the other two is not. You know that. You know that old pattern. Roberta spotted it. She's so smart. 3/4 Jewish, you heard? And then she decided to go racial with it. So she wants to just sort of discredit me and pretend like, what am I? I'm a sexist. I'm an anti-Semite. I don't care about dead women. And now I do this because of Amanda Knox's whiteness. Okay, let's kick the tires on this theory.
Wow. The second one really hits you. So why does he do it? I think it's safe. I think it's fertile territory to go after white people generally in our society today. You can do it. You're seen as the David and white people are the Goliath, and you can make it, all these connections you want.
So is that why you're supporting Amanda Knox? You think she's being put on pawn because she's a white woman? That's why she was?
No, she's just innocent and I could give a fuck. No, the racial dynamics of this case are what they are. Look, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Meredith Kircher is not white. I seem to care about her murder, even though I'm white. Again, it's like a weak person using race and just like puking racial discomfort into the air and hoping that it makes a point. It doesn't make a point. No one cares about race. This is about murder.
Yeah, see, it's like these innocence fraud campaigns are always connected to a cause. So that's Devon's cause, and he sees a connection, and he's going to passionately advocate for her innocence, no matter how much the evidence doesn't support it.
The evidence doesn't support her innocence. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're innocent until proven guilty, and she wasn't, because there is no evidence to establish her guilt. But okay. So me supporting Amanda Knox is just because a reason. It's not just an Eagle Scout, like just being normal and moral. It's something to do with the race of Rudy Gay. He's black, isn't that problematic? Oh my God, let's all panic on that. And this is just like a non-point. It's also unfalsifiable. So, oh, Devon, you just did that because you like people from Seattle. Okay, right, what? Oh, you just did that because you are white knighting women. You only care about this one because it's just she's making shit up. And like, it's so baseless. Like, it's just sad. So again, she can't deal with the facts. She can't deal with the evidence. So she just speculates smear jobs and just chucks them, just releases them into the wild. Hopefully they stick.
Am I crazy?
No, we're being presented the wrong victims, the false victims. We still get the victim narrative. It's just been completely contorted to a ludicrous degree. That's why I think victims' rights are incredibly important. And
yeah, that's why you just hear about Amanda Knox and how being in prison, quote unquote, falsely convicted or falsely accused is the word they use. And you never hear about Meredith Kercher, and you never...
Motherfucker! We talk about Meredith Kercher all the time. That's the whole impetus of the whole case. And what victims' rights does she have? She's dead. Amanda is another victim in this case. So do you see that little binary thing? She's like, if you talk about Amanda, that means you're not talking about Meredith. They're both victims for different things. Oh, so you're saying murder is just as bad as wrongful imprisonment? No, but they're both fucked up completely.
You never really hear the real evidence against her. Yeah, we are being presented the false victims, the wrong victims.
So, I mean, she's just so clueless that she has no idea that Amanda and Raphael did nothing. And it's so embarrassing at this point. Holy God. Imagine her having a come to Jesus moment where she's just like falls down, fall on your knees and hear, and just goes, I am so dumb. I'm sorry, internet. Let me just scrub this entire thing. Oops, my bad. What was I thinking? Like, people, she's 100% wrong. Like, I don't, not 90, 100% wrong.
the man is Jewish. Now, I want everyone to brace themselves. I love me some Jews, many great friends who are Jews, but there is a psychological thing at play here. Now,
but you don't love this Jew anymore, that's for sure, devontracey.
his father, Nicholas Kristoff,
never did. And I don't even know if this guy is Jewish. I think, yeah, his father survived the Holocaust or something like that. But this is the guy, he's putting out shit in the LA Times or New York Times, trying to get Kevin Cooper off. Like, I mean, this guy is a freaking piece of work, total dipshit. But yeah, I don't love all of any group. I judge people on the content of their character. So it's not, if you're Jewish doesn't mean I like you or not like you. Again, a normal, balanced, rational approach. But when you're trying to smear someone and they bring up race or they bring up Judaism, oh, I got enough. It's good. You've been smeared. Is that something happened that has never happened before in the history of humanity. Number 2, pretty women do not murder people. Why? Okay, motive. Why would she kill her fucking roommate who she liked and had no problems with? Why would she do that?
Well, it's great if you put it that way. It sounds good, but she did. She had a lot of problems.
Oh my God, so it's so desperate and it's so sad. They were friends. Their final text messages were like, hey, what are you doing later? I don't know, we should meet up. Let's get some plans going. They hung out. They had known each other for 5 weeks. It was a completely normal, flourishing, budding relationship between two similar-aged roommates. They liked each other. There was one time that the toilet didn't flush down all of Amanda's poop, and she was notified about this by Meredith. That's the beef, and it doesn't lead someone to commit a homicide. Jesus Christ.
Everyone but Amanda says that they were at odds.
That is false and totally untrue. And also, there was a globally infamous hit job campaign against Amanda Knox, where the entire world thought she was a murderer. and spread that propaganda and those lies. And all these grifting, opportunistic scumbags came forward and said, you know what? Yeah, she is kind of a bitch. Isn't she weird? She gives me the creeps. So all of those British friends, they're all bitches and cunts. And even the frickin' 2 Italian roommates who were more concerned about not letting it out that they smoked pot because of their future careers, they're idiots too, and backstabbers.
Amanda was very annoying. She would play the same guitar note over and over again.
Oh my God, the same guitar note. It was a young woman in Italy trying to learn guitar? Wow, I guess we should hate her. What a fucking bitch she is. What are you talking about? Who cares that she played guitar once? Are you suggesting that they were plotting to kill Amanda? How does that even pertain to anything? Oh yeah, they confronted her and said, I've had it up to here, Amanda, with that damn guitar note you keep playing. Oh really, have you? Well, I'm gonna rape you and kill you because I'm mad at you now.
She didn't clean. She smelled.
Keep it going, Roberta. She didn't clean and she smelled. So therefore, everyone hated her? Then why are they going out and partying? I mean, do you realize she's talking about all the negative things right now? And like trying to compile a list? And at the end of that list, you're supposed to think, this makes sense. Amanda killed them because Amanda smells. Sorry, Amanda killed Meredith because Meredith noticed that Amanda smelled and didn't clean. And it was such a contentious thing, like 5 weeks in, and they're just at each other's throats. And Amanda was like, I'm literally gonna be at your throat, I'm gonna kill you, because you told me I didn't clean my dishes. I mean, what are we talking about here? How about the fun they had? How about the joy? How about the bond? How about the quick to smile energy of Amanda Knox? How about the camaraderie, their friendship? How about the good times they had? No, none of that. Not making the list. Doesn't count right now, because this is her pathetic attempt to fill in the gaping holes in her theory about what happened here and present you a motive for why Amanda killed Meredith. And it's because Amanda's a flawed human being, isn't as clean as Roberta or Meredith, and so therefore Amanda killed Meredith?
She would say odd things. For example, when she worked at a cafe that Patrick Lumumba was her boss, the man she falsely accused of murder.
She was coerced and abused into doing that after dozens and dozens of hours of illegal interrogation, and she immediately recanted. And it was based on her text message that they didn't understand, which said, I'll see you later. And they used that as the cornerstone of their bullshit theory that she was with Patrick Lumumba. She wasn't. And Lumumba had nothing to do with it, and neither did Amanda. Everyone was wrong.
And he was about to fire her. But
oh, okay, so now her performance at a cafe is somehow relevant to anything that we're talking about. Okay, so she's a shit waitress, she's about to be fired, therefore Amanda killed Meredith. What the fuck are you talking about? And by the way, this is even granting that this is true, and it probably isn't. Or it's being wildly exaggerated. And who cares? What's the relevance? I'm a bad waitress. What point do you think you're making? You're not making a point. What point do you think you're making?
When she was working there, she went up to one person and said, "Are you Jewish?" And that person said yes. And she started laughing, saying, "My people killed your people." And
yeah, that's funny. And that's a normal thing for somebody to say if they have German heritage. And it wasn't like, hooray, we killed your people. It's self-effacing. It's a guilty statement trying to make light of the fact that, oh, you're Jewish? Oh, I'm German. Oops. Like, the context is destroyed in this, and it's the worst faith analysis of that comment, which is totally normal. You'd see like comedians do this. It'd be like, oh, I'm half Italian, half Irish, so I use my hands to talk a lot, and I'm drunk all the time. Oh my God, what a monster. He thinks so poorly of the Italian. This is a person of German descent mocking or making light of it. And if you saw a video or saw the actual way she said that in the context, you would immediately know it was nothing. And instead, Roberta Glass, this Jewish woman herself, is trying to weaponize the fucking Holocaust to be like, I think Amanda Knox enjoyed killing Jews. I think she might have done that. I mean, she is a murderer after all. So to bring up the specter of the fucking Holocaust and pin that on Amanda Knox, you're such a weak idiot. Holy shit.
Remember MySpace? Here's her picture on MySpace. This is
a picture that anyone would take. If you're in a museum and there's a old Gatling gun, literally anyone would take the exact same picture. And all of a sudden, she's a maniac.
This is not evidence of murder, by the way. Please do not strawman my argument.
So why are you pointing to it? Exhibit A, Your Honor. And Your Honor, by the way, Exhibit A has nothing to do. It's not evidence of anything. I'm just going to broadcast this to as many people as possible. An innocent picture of someone pretending to shoot a gun. There are statues of little boys that are naked, and the chrome has been rusted off, has been frictioned off of their dicks, because women are being like, hey, look, it's me grabbing a little boy's dick. Why don't we post that up and be like, Exhibit A, for what? I don't know. No, it's not evidence, but this is how sick this person is. I mean, isn't that a working gun? Isn't Amanda killing somebody there? How pathetic is their argument against Amanda Knox? Look at this shit.
I'm just saying, people found her odd. She called...
We find you odd, you old crone. The fuck? You're odd as fuck.
Well, she put this up on her MySpace page, which incidentally had the Foxy Knoxy moniker. That came from her. Then she blamed it on the American media for sexualizing her.
It came from, yes, it was an innocent nickname from her soccer days as a kid. It also was exploited and preyed upon by the global tabloid media that used it to pretend that she was some sex diva murderess. So there's that too. But good gotcha, Roberta, that it's her nickname that she gave herself. Yeah, irrelevant, and that does not excuse what the media did with it in the context of painting her as some scarlet letter temptress murderer. Unfucking believable. She's getting blamed. I mean, the victim blaming is insane. Amanda, you did name yourself Foxy Knoxy after all.
Foxy Knoxy moniker, that came from her. Then she blamed it on the American media for sexualizing her.
Yes, they used that name. They didn't have to use that name. And Foxy Knoxy from a soccer-playing 10-year-old, a little bit different from a 20-year-old who's being sexualized in the global media. Oh, you dumb hag. You have to know that. Oh my God. Fuck you, Roberta.
And she called this picture the Nazi within.
Again, self-deprecating humor because she knows she's of German origin. What of it? The Nazi within? So, you just mean she's a Nazi. She's not like, oh my God, look, it's me with a gun. Unbelievable. I mean, can you imagine being that bad faith? So crazy. Going in there with a fine-tooth brush on a joke, on an obvious joke, and going, no, I think there's a real dark kernel of truth in that joke.
So he repeats this like it's fact. It's so funny. Oh, Devin. You gotta love Devin, don't you?
Yes, you do, and many people do. But, blow me.
Rally behind the killer. The victim is forgotten. You have to really obscure the victim. That's really part of it. Because, you know, she's just some girl, as Devin described her on Twitter, Meredith Kircher, just some girl. Not important.
When have I said Meredith Kircher is some girl? What are you talking about? I describe her in great detail. Where she's from, her age, what she was doing out in Perugia, her success as a student, as a model, and then her basic human rights to not be murdered. I mean, what the fuck? I'm supposed to sit here and go into, it's beyond obvious. This is not a referendum on the worth of Meredith Kircher. No one wanted to see her die. And she is a forgotten part of this story because the story is literally about everything that came afterwards, which is they didn't catch the right person and punish him exclusively. And they blame two totally innocent people. That's this story. If you want to harp on Meredith Kircher and have a little powwow and do a little eulogy, we can do that. It would be performative and bullshit, but you can do that, you stupid fuck. God, you have nothing. It's sad.
Nobody. Doesn't matter.
It does matter. She shouldn't have been murdered. But wouldn't it be easy to be in a world where your opponent, the person that is calling you out on your stupid bullshit, doesn't care about a murder victim? Oh, she doesn't matter. It's really about Amanda. I don't care about Meredith. Aha! We caught you. Okay, I hope you're sitting down, Roberta. This is a really tough one. I care about Amanda and Meredith, just like I would care about anyone and their right to not be framed for murder or murdered or raped or robbed. So that's just a blanket statement. If you want to get into a little virtue off, Meredith is gone. That's the opening line of the story. When you come to the story, I first heard about the story like 10 years after it had happened, and it's a girl was murdered. So what else can I say or do for that person? Aside from, I mean, it's not my job to go and eulogize Meredith Kircher ad nauseum. That is performative bullshit, and the job is to get it right. Who did it? Oh, it's that bleep from the Ivory Coast who brandishes a knife and is breaking into houses and is a drug dealer and a thief. That dude? Yeah. So let's go get him. And then let's not blame two totally innocent people. Use your brains. And so instead, she's mangled the whole thing and she just goes, you don't care about Meredith. What? The fuck are you talking about?
It's Amanda Knox who's the real victim. You put that up. She's the real victim. She's the one to focus on. And it's a righteous cause. Devin is leading a righteous cause to promote the innocence of this killer because he doesn't want to talk about any of the real evidence. And it's not like he doesn't know it. He's just crafting a whole new case for you. You know, this is innocence fraud media at its best.
Utterly insane. This is the guilt fraud movement, and I've made copious amounts of videos on this and have gone over every speck of evidence, all of it pointing at Rudy Gaudet. Amanda Knox has basically slam dunked this case into oblivion with her new series on Hulu, which is awesome. And Roberta Glass has fuck all to say about it. And she'll sit down and shut the fuck up because she's totally wrong, can't refute any of the shit that either I or Amanda Knox has put out. And it will, to her everlasting shame, be just the dunce hat moment of someone's so-called public life as a commentator on crime. You're a total freaking disgrace, Roberta. Eat shit, you goofy dunce. And with that, I shall end my Amanda Knox series. All of these videos are going up on my Rumble account. There will be a whole channel dedicated to just my Amanda Knox videos. Watch them all, think it through yourself, research it yourself, you'll come to the same conclusion. Amanda and Raphael are completely innocent, and Roberta Glass is an unrepentant moron. And a bitch. The end. Goodbye.
Load up on guns, bring your friends, it's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word, hello.